Yeah, no, Jose, we'll do a double session tomorrow. Yeah. Hold on a second there, will you, mate? I've just got a bunch of angry footballers walk in. Guys, what seems to be the problem here? Yeah, no, I did deny Sergio Busquets a new deal, yeah. Why? Well, he's 32, he's got 2 years left on his current deal, and he's on 275 grand a week. Why on earth would I offer him a new deal? And you're all adamant about this. Okay, well, if it means that much to you, then yeah, sure, I'll offer him a new contract. Okay, thanks, guys. Jose, yeah, mate, offer Busquets a deal with squad rotation role, will you? Of course he'll say no, mate, that's the point. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to episode 5 at Barcelona on the FM21 beta or beta depending on where you're from. And today we have, two games. We have a Spanish Cup third round tie against Girona. Now they were relegated, I think, from La Liga last season. I think they're a Manchester City feeder club as well. And then we've got a tricky game in La Liga away, I think it is, to Atletico Bilbao. So two interesting games for us to sink our teeth into this one. But the news since last episode is Sergio Busquets. He wants a new deal that reflects his ability, and I'm assuming that doesn't mean a pay cut, to be honest. Now, he's 32, he's on 275 grand a week, and he has 2 years left on his contract. That's 34. I do not want a 34-year-old, no matter who he is, even maybe MESSI, being paid anything more than that. So what tends to happen, though, is when you say no to a player at this club, is that you get this little cartel of all the team leaders that come to you and kind of make you say yes. So we did kind of say yes. We promised to offer him a new deal. We offered him a squad status role, and obviously he declined that. So now I can, when he comes back, and be like, well, mate, offered you a deal, you didn't want it. So I'm hoping that'll work out for us. But yeah, Sergio Busquets is starting to kick off, and I'm standing my ground on this one, even though we're probably not going to be here at this stage. It's a principle thing. I don't want FM20. I don't want the game seeing my weakness. So I gave in to him on Dembele. And to be fair to the squad, they were right on that one. But I'm not giving in on Busquets. He is not getting any more money from me. So that is that. Now, the other thing that's happened since last episode is we have got our youth intake preview. If we go to the candidates here, we can see there are a healthy number of new fullbacks in the pipeline. There are attacking midfielders we should keep a very close eye on. There are 2 wingers that look to be handy. And we found a forward that's considered to be a fine prospect, and one good young Spanish right winger who is probably one of these 2 wingers, from a little bit further up there. But it does say down the very bottom there, this is not a great group of young players. So it's difficult to know exactly what we're going to get, but like ever, we'll wait and see. We can't preempt it too much. Now, the transfer window is open. We haven't signed anybody, and the reason behind that basically is we don't really have the money to sign anybody of quality. Now, if you are new to my channel, the one rule that I impose on myself in all my saves is that I do not use the player search function. So this one here, I don't look at it. My scouts have to find me my players, and then anyone that I like the look of, I have on a short list here. So that's the way that's just a personal rule of mine. I find it more realistic to play it that way. So that's the rule. And, well, to be honest, the scouts haven't really found anybody that's affordable to us. So, I mean, it's fine. We'll get by as best we can. But we have called 2 players into the senior squad. Now, those 2 players are... well, I've got to find them here first, don't I? Let's... here we go. So the first one is Ronald... I don't know, not sure how you say that, Araujo. So he's a centre-back. He's coming in to be sort of the 4th choice centre-back. So hopefully we'll be able to sort of rotate him as a backup, being right-footed, a backup to PK. So that's the plan with him. And the other person that we've called in is Alex Mariba. He was absolutely smashing it to pieces in the under-19s. We needed another central midfielder, so I thought, well, let's get him in. Let's see what he can do. So he's the other person that we've called into the first team squad. So those are sort of 2 reinforcements that we have. There's a couple of others that are decent prospects in the sort of B team and the under-19s, but they tend to be sort of wider players, and we don't really have space in the squad. We don't have a weakness in those areas. So those are the 2 additions. Now, we have 5 games to catch you up on since last episode, so let's start and do that, starting with our La Liga game against Sevilla. We went in front early in the second half through Pjanic at the edge of the area. Jordi Alba found Carlos Alina unmarked to make it 2-0. And then moments later it was 3-0 when Alina was unmarked again. So there we go, we shut them down superbly, we looked good going forward. Alina obviously had a really good game with the 2 goals. Pjanic, as the advanced playmaker there, did quite well. You can see defensively we were solid. It was a good all-round performance. Sevilla didn't offer too much, to be honest. They had 1 chance that I can remember. You can see XG. says that we were comfortable with the better team there, which is excellent. Next up, we played Atletico Bilbao. We went in front early when De Jong picked out Pedri at the near post. But Bilbao equalised to take a point. So there we go, we deserved to win this game, to be honest. They didn't create anything, but we had to settle for a point in the end. Again, defensively we were fine. Roberto at right back didn't have a great time of things. We didn't play MESSI in this one. I know that a lot of you in the Discord are saying we need to drop MESSI and let him have a think about what he's done. The problem is that we just don't have the players up front to have him out of the team for sort of 2-3 games in a row. But we deserve this one. XG kind of says that as well, but ultimately we had to settle for a draw. Now, obviously, we're not playing Bilbao today. Pamplona, maybe that's Osasuna. Are they in the league? So maybe that's who we're playing second game today. Anyway, next one to catch you up on was the Spanish Super Cup. We were playing Real Madrid in the semi-final of a Super Cup, which doesn't really make sense to me. But anyway, it meant nothing to us. We rotated heavily. Strap yourselves in. We fell behind early. Messi quickly drew us level, and then Dembele put us in front. Real Madrid drew level, and then went in front in first half stoppage time when they pounced on a loose pass. Dembele picked out Messi just after half time to pull us level, before Dembele crossed for Trincao to put us in front. But Real Madrid pulled level again, and then they got a winner. So this was a decent effort, to be fair. You can see from the match stats, XG says it was roughly even. They did have a lot more shots at goal. I wouldn't say they were necessarily that brilliant, though. So we had Messi with 2, Dembele with a goal, Trincao with a goal as well. Dembele, Messi and Trincao actually were quite good. Coutinho was disappointing again. We did give the youngster here, Mingo, a go in defence. He kind of wasn't up to it. Potentially he's quite good, but yeah, he wasn't quite up to this just yet. Thank you, game. And yeah, that's not Sergio, that's Oriol Busquets. He was in centre of midfield again, not quite up to it. But it was okay. We gave them a pretty good game. And they fielded, I wouldn't say their full-strength team, but it was certainly not a weak team. Actually, that's pretty close to a full-strength team, isn't it? So I think we can take a lot of positives out of this performance. Next up, it was, how do you say this, Hosqua in the league. We took an early lead through Ilix Mugriba's debut goal. Huesca pulled level, but Sergio Roberto crossed for Ansu Fati to put us back in front in first half stoppage time. Antoine Griezmann made it 3-1 in the second half, before Pjanic got our fourth. Huesca, I think that's what it is, isn't it? But anyway, we absolutely smashed them, and you can see XG says we deserved to score 4. Maybe they were a little bit lucky to get their 1, but everybody pretty much played well. Mariba made his debut in this one, and what a goal it was, nice and early on to get us underway as well. And yeah, just a really good performance this one. You can see goalkeeper didn't have a great game, but everybody else, we're just starting to find, I think Pjanic as this advanced playmaker is beginning to look the business for us, which is excellent. Final game to catch you up on in the league was against Eibar. We took a first-minute lead through Samuel Umtiti, and Fati and Messi combined on the break to make it 2-0 early in the second half. So there we go. Now, don't say it too loudly, but Lionel Messi, man of the match, a really good performance from him. Hopefully he's going to about to start finding his feet. But defensively, we were rock solid, which is good. We gave Dest a game at right back. Mariba, again, looking good. Messi and Fati up top, superb. Yeah, just a really, really solid game. You can see XG for them, they offered absolutely nothing. So let's have a quick look and see what all this means for the league table. And we are top. We've got a game in hand on Real Madrid, 2 points ahead of them. Equal games with Villarreal, who are shaping up to be a very good team, and they're 2 points back. Who's that? Sociedad and Valencia, you can see, are just starting to drop away a little bit. So then we're playing Pamplona. Must be Osasuna, is it? Anyway, that's who we're playing today. And you can see there, it's a tricky game. They're not the worst team, and we're away from home as well, I believe. But this is what we're worried about. First up here, it's Girona in the Spanish Cup. And let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here. We're expecting maybe a little bit more of an attacking formation than they should be playing, but we'll let them get away with that. We are away from home for this one. And this is the team we're going with. Now, it's not necessarily full strength. I don't particularly care about the Spanish Cup this season. It's Ter Stegen in goal. It's Junior Firpo. It's Longley. It's Arunjo. First look at him. I think it'll be a debut for him. And Dest as the back four. Nico, the young defensive midfielder. We're going to give him a start in this one. He's going to partner Puig in there. Two youngsters in midfield will hopefully run the show for us. Dembele, Coutinho and Trincao. It's a very, very good middle three there. In behind Griezmann, who's a very, very good striker. And, well, this should be good enough to get a result. So a few familiar names there. One for the Leeds fans in Saez. Stuani, I think, played in... Did he play for Birmingham for a bit? Did Mamadou Sylla, he might have played for Villa, actually. But anyway, there's a few familiar names there. And let's have a look and see what we say to this. It's going to have to be an assertive... show the pundits they're right to back you up here. Dembele's looking complacent. That's not ideal. Hopefully, a nice little fist pumping. We've got faith in you will fix that. Doesn't look like it has. So, Dembele's complacent. Perfect. All right, and here we go. Away from home to a second division team. It's one of these. We should win. I mean, we should win most games as Barcelona, shouldn't we? But, yeah, maybe I've taken a little bit of a risk with the rotation. But like I say, I'm not too bothered about the cup. And it's a good opportunity to give, rest some of the key players and also have a look at some of the youngsters as well. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting game to see how we go. Here we go with Destin, a little bit of space. Can he get a cross in? He's got the man at the back post, unmarked. It's Trincao, and he makes it 1-0, 12 minutes in. Excellent, excellent stuff. A cracking ball in from Dest as well, which is great to see. We'll tell him to focus. Puig with a nice ball out to find Dest in the space. And, well, it's just a nice whipped ball low across the face of goal. Goalkeeper couldn't do much with that. Defenders couldn't do much with that. It's a stunning ball, actually, isn't it? And Trincao is there, and he could barely miss. And we're 1-0 up, which is absolutely perfect. We've got a relatively strong bench. Oriol Busquets is someone I might give some game time to if the game is going well for us. But, yeah, more or less, this was just a game to give a couple of youngsters a go, to give the wingers some game time. And then if we needed, we could change things with some of the stronger players on the bench. Can Trincao win that back? Not really. Junior Firpo is there. Still, we can't quite get possession back from them. A day with a crossfield pass. They're always dangerous, but it finds its target. Stuani has it. Dest goes to close him down. Coutinho, ball over the top. A little bit too much space. Is that Antonio Luna? Is that former Villa left back? Tony Moon. And it's blocked away. Trincao has it. Coutinho, he spreads it wide. That is, I'm not quite sure what Coutinho thinks he's doing there. And I tell you what, they've responded very well to going behind, haven't they? Dembele, can he win it back there? No, Coutinho, of course he can't win it back. Nico goes to close down. Junior, he's done okay there. It's off the post. And, well, we just need to be a little bit careful here, boys. They've gone behind and they've responded, haven't they? Saez with a cross in. It's headed away there by Longley, I think it was. Of course, the experienced head at the back next to the young Uruguayan who heads that one away. I say he's young. I think he's, 21, 22, and he has a Uruguayan cap. So he's not some novice. He's played at a very, very good level before. Can we go and win this ball back, please? Coutinho, can you get yourself on the ball? Do something useful? No. And that kind of just peters out into nothing. I wonder, Coutinho, if we could play him as a advanced playmaker. We'll put him on attack and see how he does. Trincao with a corner. It's a decent one. It's headed away, though. Can Coutinho go and get to that? No. Come on, you lazy Brazilian. Go and get the ball. Ball over the top. Longley, can he close down Says? He's just got to hold him out there. He does. They get men forward. It's a good block there by Firpo. And you've got to say, we're looking almost second best at this point. It's not going as exactly I'd hoped. Firpo's there again, does a decent job just shepherding him out wide so that there was no shot to be had realistically on target. And, well, let's demand a little bit more and see where that takes us. We've got another corner to defend. Ball to the back post, and that is just over the bar for a goal kick. And Dembele is not having a particularly good game. The two youngsters in midfield aren't completely being convincing. Here we go with Nico. He's been the better of the two of them. Puig. There's a wonderful ball for Griezmann, and Griezmann sticks it away. What a pass that was from Puig, though. Split the defence. Griezmann gets his 10th of the season, and despite being second best, I would go as far as to say for a lot of this first half, we're going to find ourselves 2-0 up at the break. Look at this pass, though. It was an absolute stunner. A thing of beauty. Look at that. Griezmann timed his run to perfection. And, well, that was really, really nicely done. A 10th for Griezmann and a 2nd for Barcelona. And that, you'd like to think, will be enough. But I think we saw enough from Girona there to not be completely convinced that, that this is completely done. Let's point the finger again. I'm going to say, don't get complacent. Dembele is looking complacent, of course you are. And don't think I won't sub you off, Usman. I don't really have anybody on the bench to bring on for him, but we can threaten him with it and see what happens. He's only playing a 6.3. I wonder if we could give him a touchline shout of demand more. When can I get my touchline shouts back? We might try that. I want to see if that's Tony Moon. It must be. Yeah, it is Antonio Luna. Well, there we go. That's where he ended up. He was the year I was first year in the UK. I had a Villa season ticket, and that was the year he was playing left back. So that's fond memories for me. Come on, boys. Can we win this back, please? Ball over the top. Ter Stegen will get to that. A nice save there for the cameras. He throws it out, and highlight continues. Puig goes over the top. It's a wonderful take from Dembele, that one. He has a shot. Oh! We were getting towards goal of the season territory there, but it's just flicked over the bar. Can I get my shout in now? Why can't I get a shout? Can I do a shout this way? What am I clicking on here? I'm clicking on everything. No, well, I'm clicking on instructions. That's why they keep coming up. Why can't I shout at Dembele? Anyway, here he goes again. Come on, you complacent bastard. Let's see what you can do for us. He cuts in. He goes past 1. He goes past 2. Can he pull it back? There's no one with him. There's someone there now. It's Antonio Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann. Even Antonio's his brother. And well, that's very nicely done. 3-0. That should be that. And Dembele, I tell you what, for a complacent player, I'd hate to see him when he's actually focused and playing well, because that was brilliant. Look at Griezmann. Just made a little dart in front of the defender there. And that was wonderfully done. 3-0 now, and that should be enough to see us through. Do we want to make a sub? I would like to give Busquets some game time. Here we go, Griezmann on a hat-trick. Can he smash one in? He's got a very tight angle to work with. And maybe a little bit selfish. He had a couple of players getting forward, but maybe it was tough to find them. All right, so let's make a sub here. Let's bring on Busquets. Let's bring him on for... It's harsh to bring anybody off, really, isn't it? I mean, Coutinho's the one, isn't he? All right, so let's take him off. He's an absolute muppet this season. And we'll make that change. And we'll get back out there. And yeah, I mean, Coutinho, we've got to figure out what to do with him. We are starting to get a song out of MESSI. The next thing is obviously now to try and get something out of Coutinho. To be honest, I wouldn't mind selling him. There's a lot of players I wouldn't mind selling, but there's a couple of the fringe players and sort of the youngsters that are never going to make it. I'm trying to sell them because we might get 3, 4, 5 million for them. You know, if we can sell 2 or 3 of those, add that to our 15, 16 million, you know, then we might be starting to get somewhere towards getting in a player in January. But the problem we have with that, nice tackle there from a Uruguayan centre-back, is just then, it then becomes a problem of wages because these guys are on, you know, maximum 10, 12 grand a week. So getting that out, it's still the wages are then the problem. So I wouldn't expect too much from us this January, which is disappointing. I would have liked to bring somebody in. But we're not doing too badly as it is. And, well, we just need to see exactly how good we can do this year. And we do need to try and get rid of some of the higher paid players that are not really performing. The likes of Coutinho, the likes of, Sergio Busquets. He's been doing okay for us. They've played themselves in nicely there. And somewhat frustratingly, I'm going to have to edit in a Girona badge now, which is always annoying. So I'm going to berate them for that because that's annoying. That's about 5 minutes of work for me because you can't defend properly, boys. Lenglet's letting go. You can't really blame Ter Stegen for that. So it's 3-1 in stoppage time. It's not going to make any difference at all to the result. It's just, well, it's the definition of a late consolation goal, isn't it? So there we go. We are into the next round. The youngsters have done us quite proud there. Nico, youngster, did well. Griezmann's led the way up front. Lenglet's led them pretty well at the back. Overwhelmed by the feedback. I'll tell you, well done, boys. Maybe berating was a bit harsh. So Barcelona see off brave Girona. We're into the fourth draw round there. Guys, wait right there, though. We will be back to face, I think it's Osasuna in the league. It's a tricky one. And, we'll have Messi and Fati up top. Okay, welcome back. Now we can see we've had a couple of results go, I guess, against us, but it doesn't really matter. But Real Madrid have won, so they are a point ahead of us with 2 games played more. Villarreal, we can see there, is just beaten Real Sociedad. So they're a point ahead of us now with a game played more. And of course, it just kills off the gap a little bit more there. Valencia and you can see Real Sociedad are just dropping away that little bit further. Real Betis, though, have won. And they're a little ways back. But so that's maybe not a good result for us. But if we win our games, we don't have to worry about anybody else doing. So we're playing Atletico Pamplona. I'm thinking that must be Osasuna. But let's go and have a look here and see what we can do. Or this is what we are doing. It is ter Stegen in goal. It is Alba, Umtiti, Piqué, and Roberto as the back four. De Jong as the deep line playmaker. We're starting to prepare for life without Busquets if he's going to kick off. So we'll give him the game here. It's Mariba and Alina. 2 of the guys we had at Leeds United last FM. They're both, to be honest, doing excellent job for me in there. So they're both going to get the start here. Pjanic as an advanced playmaker is starting to show signs that that's his role in this team. Messi and Fati have done well up front together lately. So they're going to go up there. And, let's see how we do. Okay, so we can see the lineups here. Do I recognise Yondre Yedlin? I recognise that name. Obviously, he's at Newcastle, I think, isn't he? Caleri. Is that a Canadian guy, Jonathan Caleri? It might be. I'm not quite sure, though. But there's no other names there I really recognise. If you let me know if you guys know it. I'm 90% sure, though, Pamplona is Osasuna, but I could be wrong. What do we want to say to this? It's got a great opportunity to show the opponents their right to back you up. The assistant's not been doing too bad with these old team talks. So let's keep him going here. The old pump fists and see if we can get a little bit more passion into everybody. And hopefully we're going to get a nice big win in the league here. All right, and here we go. It's it could be a tricky one, this one, away from home as well. This is, I think, what I consider to be our strongest team right now. Obviously, Griezmann could come in and play up front. Yeah, but other than that, I think this is just about it. There's a bit of a missed header there, but we've got away with it. Ball forward. It's where Messi would be, but is not. And ball lumped forward again. Sergio Roberto is there, and that's not the start we wanted. 31 seconds in. And we look a little bit, a little bit ragged there, don't we? It's a good finish. But, yeah, that's not ideal. Just trying to see what... So there's Messi. Where is Fati? I wonder if my markings are a little bit off here somehow. I'll keep an eye on that. But, it's a bit of a goal from nothing. And early in the game, there's a lot of time to recover from it. But, yeah, not the ideal start. Here we go. Jordi Alba with a throw. It's headed away. De Jong should pick that up. Will he go back to Umtiti? Will he keep it himself? He goes in there for Pjanic. For Alina, it's tackled away from Fati. De Jong... Back to Umtiti, forward there for Pjanic. And let's see what he can do now. He gets it there for Mariba. Wide looking for Roberto in space. Can he get a cross in? It's decent. It's headed away. And can we get to that? No, we cannot. And we're getting done in behind our fullbacks here, aren't we? De Jong has done well to get back. Now, can he stop the cross coming in? He can. Will we go back the other way? Here we go with Mariba. He launches it forward. It's not the best. Messi will pick that up, though. And let's see what he can do. Come on, Messi. Come on, Messi. Oh, he goes himself. And, well, in the end, the shot was a little bit off target. But that's promising. Let's give them some encouragement. We've got Pjanic over a free kick. Ball in. It's decent. It's headed away, though. And it's just sort of fallen in between our two players. We've won it back, though, with Pjanic. It's there for Fati. Back to De Jong. Wide ball there for Alba. Can he get a cross in? He can. Oh, it's a good finish. And it's Ansu Fati. He seemed to come out of nowhere. And he's roofed it into the top of the net. What a strike from Ansu Fati. A nice ball in from Jordi Alba as well. But that's more like it, boys. Fati did well. He won possession in the first place. Good pass from De Jong to spot Alba getting forward. And look at that. It's a good finish from Fati, isn't it? Wonderfully, wonderfully done. And it's 1-1. So we've got ourselves back on level terms. Now the big question, of course, is can we go and get ourselves the winner? We've got a corner here. Pjanic to take. Can we find one of the centre-backs? No, we can't. We really need someone on the edge of the area there, don't we? It's not quite... It's not quite working how it should with the new players in there. Looks like Alba got a block on that. ter Stegen has held it. And that will do that. Roberto with a throw. He gets it in, looking for Pjanic. It's headed away. PK's there, though. He goes back to Umtiti. Forward to Pjanic. Alina and Alba almost getting in each other's way. It breaks for Alba. Can he get another low ball across? He goes himself. And it's a relatively simple save for the keeper there. Let's give it another shout. Let's try giving him some praise, perhaps. We've been the better team. But, you know why the marking's off? Because they're playing wing-backs. That's what the problem is. All right. I'll need to go and fix that ASAP. Here we go with De Jong. Let's see what he can do. We've got Messi and Fati both on the same side of the pitch. That's because of the marking things being messed up. Here we go with Fati. Can he get a cross in? Where's Messi? Fati goes himself. Oh, it's wonderful, but cleared away at the last second. And it's going to be a corner. Pjanic to take. Do we have one of the centre-backs there? No, it's headed away. Roberto, no, he doesn't want to go and get it. I've got to go and fix that at half-time too, don't I? You know what I might do in a second here is... we've got away with that. Is just go and fix up what needs to be fixed here. Okay, so hopefully that won't become a problem. I just fixed up just the marking and the corners, so it's just boring stuff, really. Can we get that away? We can. Pjanic is there. And can we put a bit of pressure on them here as they try and play out? They go all the way back to the goalkeeper 5 minutes before half-time. It would be a wonderful time to go in front, wouldn't it? And that ends the highlight. We've gone top of the league, which is great to see. That's where we want to be, obviously. But if we could manage to get the win and be on top by more than just goal difference, that would be a wonderful thing as well. Pjanic is looking nervous. What do we want to say? Can we go with a little bit of passionate? We've been the better team here. Just keep going. You'll be fine. Let's go with that. Some fist pumping. You're all capable. We've got PK that's looking demotivated, which isn't ideal. Pjanic is still looking nervous. So we'll keep an eye on that. We do have the option, of course, we could bring on Griezmann for Pjanic. He's not doing too badly, and PK's playing well, so I don't think you have to worry about that. As PK now does something terrible to concede a goal for us. PK brings it forward for Roberto. He's got Mariba in front of him, as is Messi. Roberto keeps going. He finds Mariba. What can the youngster do? Can he get across? And he goes back and look at the space Roberto has. Can he get a cross in? It's a decent one. Fati's there, but it's just past the post. And it is still 1-1. Let's give them something more encouragement. Messi is looking tired. Do we take the great man off? Blessed be his name. We're on top of the game, aren't we? We just need that moment. Is this that moment? Messi, no, he can't quite place his shot. And the game is suggesting we take off Messi for Griezmann, and I'm beginning to think maybe that is something we could do. There's a good ball. Oh, it's a wicked ball in from Messi. And Gerard Piqué is there for his first of the season. And that was a wonderful corner and a good header as well. We'll tell him to focus. Piqué with the header, though. An absolute bullet. Look at the bend on that from Messi. Goalkeeper's no chance. And that is 2-1. We have gone in front. And maybe now we do look to make that change with Messi. He is quite tired, isn't he? Deep line foot. Let's try Coutinho. I know I shouldn't be experimenting when the game's in the balance like this, but let's just try Coutinho in that position. We've got to try and figure out a way to get something out of our players. So we'll try that. It shouldn't cost us defensively, obviously, being an attacking player, and we have the lead. So we don't necessarily have to score goals. Alina's not having a great time of things. Ball in towards the penalty area, headed away. Good header that from Coutinho. Oh no, Coutinho's going to get the ball. And here we go with Roberto bringing it forward. He's got Pjanic with him. He looks for the run of Fati. Can't quite find him. 5 minutes to play. Fati doing a good job closing down the goalkeeper. Good header there by Alba to find De Jong. Alba. What can he do? Goes past his man. Can he get across into the box now? He goes short for Alina. Alina gets the ball back. Coutinho to De Jong to Mariba. Looking and finding Alba. That's a wonderful ball to finding through there. Here we go with Coutinho. He goes back to Pjanic. Oh, and that would have been a really good goal. But just not quite there in terms of the finish anyway. We're coming in towards the end. We'll give them another focus. We should probably go and close the game down. But where's the fun in that? There it is. That's a good win. We've gone behind early there, and we've come back nicely. Fati and PK with the goals, and Messi's played well as well. So that's very, very nicely done, boys. So there we go. We get the win away from home. We go, 2 points clear with a game in hand on Real Madrid as well. So everything is beginning to look good for us. Mariba's got a bruised shin. That's not a problem. PK shines in the win. Well done to you, mate. Arm around, and we'll say good defensive work, mate. And he's wary. I don't think I was that good. Okay. Congratulations on that then. He's downcast. It's part of the Barcelona cartel, honestly. If you're looking for a save to do, this is just a fascinating one because it's going to be so difficult longer term to try and build this club back up again. Anyway, it's going to be ushering out the senior players. It's the problem. That will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time for the big one. Real Madrid away. Manchester United away in the first leg of the Champions League first round knockout. That is a season-defining episode, so I'll see you for that one, guys. Take care.